kid killer named Fred Crew. From the gang called Killers with Attitudes. When you doze off, I gotta show off. Dreaming deeper and the kitty's getting killed off. Nancy, though, doesn't mess with me. If you sleep, I'm gonna murder you in your dreams. Cut your ass, that's how you're bleeding out. For the Teen Dream Warriors, it's crashing out. Never start the slumber, I got the number. Slice them and dice them in the gut like Rambo. Going off on a Elm Street like that. With a glove that's pointed at your ass. So go ahead, snooze. Ain't no stopping when I'm down for a slash move. Here's a murder rap to keep you sleeping. I burnt bitch a straight dream demon. Shiny razor glove is the tool. Damn right I killed the kids by the pool. Me and you can go toe to toe, tread lightly. I'm scaring kitties out the bed nightly. You're weekly, monthly, or yearly. So these dumb little piggies still fear me. That I'm down with a capital MST. Bitch, you can't run from me. So when I'm in your neighborhood, you better duck. Cause Fred Crew is scary as stay awake. Believe me, I'm good. Cause when I come back, boy, I'm coming straight out of Springwood. Mama's boy, you're up next. Tell them where you're from. Straight out the campsite, another crazy mass killer. More things I choke, yo, my rep gets bigger. I'm a bad mother lover and you know this. But the lazy camp counselors didn't notice. So I'ma chop them all up, I'm taking my stabs. Hot with the weapons, attacking the kids just like murdering. The definition is slashing. And when I rip up her arm, it's called snatching. Stab another camper in a minute. I find a yellow sleeping bag and throw you in it. If I'm down below when you can't roll, I'ma kill you, Alice, on that dirty ass boat. You're probably great or scared like a bitch is supposed to. G-Box blowing high, I'll expose you to an 80s mother lover from the lake. Abused as a kid, now I'm tearing up shit. Dr. J slaps are always graphic. I'm just a dumb mother lover that wreaks havoc. In the wrong hands, I gotta cut up myself that one time. I put an ass off the show. I'm eternally slashing them, and that's a fact. J-A-S-O-N with a mask. See, cause I'm the mother-loving villain. The definition is clear, you're the witness of a killing. At Camp Crystal Lake without a clue. You mess with my mama, your ass is through. You hear me coming right? Cause a killer like Jay is never gonna die. Straight out the campsite. Straight out the campsite. Penny is his name and the clown's coming.
Straight out of Derry. In the sewer, I'll pursue you, then chew ya. I'll make your brother think I love him. Carnivorous children love her, raising hell. When the flame's hot, my legs smell. See you right out of luck, huh? That's the problem. I see you running yellow, stop it, done got him. Cause I'm smart, laid low, police scour. And when I see a kid pass, I devour. To me, they taste yummy. All the news showing children die, but don't know where the hell they go and sailboating. Looking for the one they call Georgie. But newsflash, yeah, he was tasty, shapeshift. Never seen like a shadow in the dark, but when I make them float, they'll never get over the devastation. Still hear the screams of the ones I killed last generation. Kill a little bunch of kids and I'm flexing. I'll leave a memory no one will be forgetting. So what about the kids that just got don't bother? You think I give a damn about a bill? I ain't his brother. This is the autobiography of the P. And if you have a fear of me, you'll get taken by a scary old clown who will murder. Kids find you scary. Straight out of Derry.
Aw, shit.
That was pretty badass.
Right?
That was very, very gangster, very thuggish. Serial killer thuggish.
Fucking kind of scared right now, bro.
I thought that would be pretty awesome to open up the show, given the fact that we are coming off the tail of Halloween. Did everyone have a good Halloween?
Sure did. Sure did.
Oh yeah, fool, I got faded as fuck.
I got lit.
We want to thank everyone who came out and supported that Dark Wave Spooktacular that happened on Saturday night there at El Picante. All social guidelines.
So no thanks to Wapo and Zack? Yeah, that's right.
Nope.
Thanks to Lycanzen, like that dude was all in the mix and shit.
Ooh, I miss Lycanzen.
Lycanzen is
both
here.
Both y'all.
This show is going to be an awesome show. I'm going to tell you why. We are celebrating a decade's worth of pigs. 10 fucking years. We're actually going on our 11th. What ended up happening? Wait, what's wrong with your mic?
You got the wrong one.
Damn.
I don't think that's a coincidence.
Shit.
That's not a coincidence
Check.
anymore, dog.
Get me in there, bro.
I know, like at first it's like fucking, he gets no respect from LME, now he gets no respect from pigs. What the hell, dude?
What are you talking about? We've had his band on. He's performed. He's done way more here on Pigs than LME has ever cared to like focus on.
I don't know.
You did turn off his mic. I don't know.
It's intentional.
I just didn't turn on the right one.
Shit.
But I do know the right button for this one.
People, let me tell you about my best friend. He's a warm-hearted person who loved me till the end.
You're listening to Pigs Radio, broadcasting live from a secret location in Compton, California. The talk show that makes psychiatrists see other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists, other psychiatrists.
Pigs Radio episode 359. Guys,
Hit the button, fool. Hit the button. 359.
This food.
the Pigs Radio universe is out there in support. Liz, Vampire Mermaid, we see you. She says, "What's up to the pigs?"
What's up, Liz Vampire Mermaid?
Lizzie Liz.
She's like, you guys are late.
Very.
We're
When are we not late, Liz
we are
Vampire
on
Mermaid?
time for Pigs time. I mean, granted, we don't have a band today.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's kind of what, like, so we all got here at 7 o'clock today because Mario wanted to do a buffet or a spread, I guess you could say.
That's
and
right.
shit,
Which
for
we
the
did.
anniversary,
Spread
which
that
we did.
ass.
Which
Good
we did.
food. Lots of good food.
Great food, by the way.
But somehow we still fucking 30 minutes late.
Yeah.
Even though we were here 3 hours early.
That was a good spread.
Well, that was for everyone to come and eat and actually partake.
Right.
We are celebrating our good friend Merchabilly Likens. Den. It's his birthday today. Happy birthday.
Sapo Verde.
Papo.
Happy birthday to you. Happy.
But then it's also
I'm
your
closing my-
birthday,
closing my-
Mario, right? Or
It's-
it will be. Or is it?
It's going to be my birthday right at midnight. So as soon as his birthday ends, then we carry on the party the following day. So
What are we doing tomorrow, by the way?
Absolutely nothing.
Let's
We
go
shot
do-
the Watt tonight. We shot the Watt tonight.
Yeah, let's get on a sick one tonight,
Fucking
homie.
smoke
Till
some
it gets to
grass
12.
and eat some ass.
Smoke
There
some
we go.
grass, do some
Eat
líneas.
some ass.
There's only dudes in here, fool. Who's that? So what the fuck?
Hey, that's your homie Zack over there.
Exactly. Fuck it. Just show me some yeeks. I don't give a fuck.
We're not going to eat ass tonight, but we did eat a lot of amazing food. I want to thank everyone who's anyone who's been on past Pigs, and obviously the current Pigs now, and all the Pigs Radio Pigsniverse for supporting us for almost 11 years now. Obviously, with Corona that happened, we weren't able to do our live show, which fucking sucks, so fuck you, Corona.
Damn.
It does.
But I think Corona has made us stronger, more of a solid unit. I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah, nah.
Who's this guy? What is he
Nah,
talking
Charlie,
about?
fool. You're being all fucking emotional and shit.
I was ready to shed a tear right now.
I mean, you rather be a tighter unit or you rather go party and get fucking coked out? There you go. That's your answer. That's your answer.
That is my answer.
Well, within these last 11 years, we've had many amazing memories, many first-time memories, many arguments, many good memories, live performances, and even preparing for today's episode, which we only did about an hour ago. And you're going to be able to tell that throughout the rest of this show.
It's okay.
You'll see how it's going to fall apart towards the end.
But
yeah.
everyone here around the table, came on board or crossed paths with the show in some kind of weird way, never intending to be on the show, and here you guys are today. So there's something about Pigs that gravitates towards people. This is some kind of weird safe haven for those dirty fucks, and,
Right here. Right here.
To all of us.
So yes.
It is the Pigs Day. Guaps is being mesmerized by a fucking backward speaker right now.
Sorry.
So I want to thank everyone for once again, even
That's right. That's right. Thank us all. Thank us all. Man, come on.
You're welcome, Mario. You're welcome.
Yeah, we come here for the booze
And the food sometimes.
and sometimes the food,
And KP Wolf, if you're
but
listening.
mostly for the company. Oh, listen, it's time to get started with KP Wolf, but definitely the company.
You're right. The company's been amazing. I mean, we come on here. When I first started this, there was no original plan, and to kind of see what this thing has evolved to, where we get live bands, we made so many new friends like KP Wolf.
Let me ask you this. So, I mean, this is your brainchild, I guess you could say. This is your concept. So, I mean, what did you have envisioned when you started this?
You know what? There was.
10 fucking plus years ago.
there was no like envisionment of anything, to be honest with you. It just started off with I was going to radio school. A buddy of mine there was like, hey, we should start a podcast. I'm like,
Right.
yeah, that fucking sounds cool. What the fuck's a podcast? And at that point, it was 2010, so iPods were a fucking thing. This wireless
Right.
shit wasn't really a fucking big thing. So I was like, wait, it's just pre-recorded radio? Like, okay, like, I can fuck with that.
It sounds stupid, but I'll do it anyway.
Yeah, so
Right.
that's how that kind of all started. And it started with, I didn't own anything. I had to borrow, like, microphones, microphone cables, the mixer. Like,
I mean, was there videos for your first, like, say your first episode?
no, you know what? Videos didn't start coming into the picture until, like, maybe the mid-'60s, but there was a lot of complications with that stuff. Back then, when K-Rock was kind of still cool, they did a lot of cool stuff. So I noticed them using Ustream was the name of the company before it got bought out by IBM. So I got on that, and then I was able to save some, get some posted. So I don't know if there's so many out there, but now they've been rebranded and bought out. And
So do you still have those initial episodes?
I mean, I have them on audio, and we're gonna go down memory lane, and we're gonna kind of pick out some of our personal favorites, my personal favorites, and a lot of disaster episodes, because there's been a lot of fucking garbage on this
for
fucking
sure.
show.
Oh, without a doubt.
But that's what kind of makes Pigs pigs.
That
I
is
mean,
pigs.
Wops on the side of me. Wops, thank you for being on Pigs. What actually, after your first initial visit here, which we'll get into in a minute, you actually came aboard with a band which were just complete fucking assholes to begin with. And I don't even know why I even let you back into the studio knowing that you're associated with those dicks, but I did.
Like, I remember when Mario told me, hey, that dude that came with that band, he wants to come back. And I was like, my concept of it was basically, that band sucked. They're assholes. And you want to bring one of the dudes that was here with the band back?
Fuck it.
Well, at
I was like, it wasn't so much fuck. I was like, fuck you. You know, that's it. That's actually what came out of my mouth. But I mean, you know.
Well, at the time, the Underdog was part of the show, and he came under the Underdog's wing. So,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
So he came with the Underdog's blessing, and now here he is. He brought us that first band, and then we were like, fuck, like, okay.
Yeah, because I remember I had spoken to Mario over the phone, and Mario said, well, you know what, we're going to interview them, and it's going to be an acoustic set.
Right.
I said, fine, whatever, it's an acoustic set. The band gets here. With their all their equipment, and he's like, we don't do acoustic. And I go, well, I mean, motherfucker, when we told you you're going to perform, there's no room,
Right.
we're not miking anything up. But as stubborn as the guys were, they were like, well, we're not going to perform if we don't do our actual set.
Right.
Because apparently they can't do acoustic. And I remember thinking in my head, man, what the fuck? What a fucking dickhead. So then I told Mario, and Mario made it fucking happen some way, somehow. So shout out to fucking Mario for making it happen. So
That's right. That's right. Look, man, he's the band whisperer. You know what I mean? He's like, he knows how to fluff a band to fucking do what he wants them to do.
Look, man, all this crazy shit, I never once thought I would be where I'm at today. I mean, this is all obviously a passion project, something that I fell in love with for the longest of times, and then this kind of grew at the same time as I started kind of club promoting and then kind of learning audio, and it all kind of went hand in hand. And surprisingly enough, all my business adventures, all my passion projects, and all those things that I'm just kind of into all kind of complement each other. So it's kind of easy to kind of go back and forth and, no audio, and then all of a sudden turn that into like, hey, let's start a fucking show. Let's be one of the best shows. And by the way, one of the longest running shows that I know of out of the city of fucking Compton. That's why we had to start with that shit.
That's right. Only podcast out of Compton.
I'm sure there's like 1,000 more, but we're probably the
I don't
longest
know,
running.
dude. I've never come across another podcast from Compton. I mean, if there is, good luck finding it, or let us know. Let us know if they're
not
out
at
there.
this level, homeboy.
That's
what
right.
it's trying-
That's right.
That's right.
We keep our shit gangster. Got to if you're in Compton.
Professional gangster, though.
That's right.
He's
So-
in a fucking suit.
So after your first initial visit here, Wops, what made you want to come back?
Man, honestly, it was just it's a lot of fun, man. Sometimes
Y'all had coke.
I was able to do
Sacalabocito.
I was able to do líneas in that fucking bathroom. You had a glass table in there for some reason. I was like, fuck.
Feels just like home. It's like
I
home
was like,
alone.
oh, edit.
Don't put us on blast, fool.
A lot of stashes over there. By the way, I have some in there that you don't even know about that. You still haven't found.
Low key.
Yeah, but anyway, nah, man, it feels great being able to come somewhere and just shoot the shit and just talk shit and just have a good time, loosen up. I mean,
Right.
especially like in today's age where it's like you have to be careful what you say,
Right.
where you say it, how you say it, you know. And I feel that when I first started coming here, no matter what I said, even if it's politically wrong, you know,
Right.
it's I don't know, it just feels good. It's like just
It's a little safe haven.
yeah, man, it's a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing it. I discovered a lot about myself. You know, I never, you know, knew that I would love being, you know, in a
Part of
podcast,
something like this,
part of
yeah.
something like this. I didn't know until I started coming here.
Right.
Mario started telling me, you know, you want to start fucking recording video, recording the
Right.
bands and stuff. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And now I'm in love with it. Now I'm fucking, when I get home, I sit down and I YouTube shit like, you know, certain cameras, you know, certain angles, and you know how to do it. Like I'm even
the production side.
exactly.
Of
So it's like that's what keeps me. I guess PigzRadio has given me a reason to live.
All right.
See, this is what happens when you come down off a sick one.
We're withdrawing.
Yeah. I need something.
Now, what about you, Zack Rabbit of the? I always get the thing.
Oh my God, dude.
The Rabbit Hole Media Group. You can
Black-
find me
Rabbit.
at Rabbit Hole MG, Instagram and Facebook. Website should be coming out soon.
You
Plug.
I think you hold the title for coming on the show with one band and then booking yourself the following week with another
Oh yeah,
band.
back-to-back shows. Hell yeah.
How many
Listen,
bands
I
did you
don't
come
think
in with?
Just two so far. I got a few more.
Well, you know, it's funny because like Zach like fucking brought his gear with him. He's like, you know what? I'll leave it for next week.
I
So
should have.
it's like
I
yeah, he
should've.
was already ready to fucking stick
Actually,
around.
he took it. Wait, no, the first. Well, yeah, you played bass both times, but
Yes.
Yeah.
But you came in with Swine on one week. By the way, played on PigzRadio, not on
Of
Local
course.
Music
No.
Experience. So, and then the following week you came in with a different style of genre of
Oh, yeah.
music from like, you went from it wasn't. I guess what would you really consider your style of Swine?
Swine is it's very all over the place,
Swiney?
but the
Very swiney.
Very swiney.
Yeah, the best way to like describe it is like hardcore punk metal, because we're all over the place with those two genres in
Well,
itself.
You know, Mario, is that clip ready? The swine clip?
No, of course not. But I'll get it ready as you
Yeah,
keep
let's
talking.
get yeah.
All
yeah.
right.
So tell us a little bit more, Zach. Well, Mario gets that clip ready.
Well, you know, I was excited. I've always wanted to be part of Pigs, at least just to play. I mean, I didn't expect to be sitting here at this table every
Right.
fucking weekend, but obviously I want to be part of the on the show, because I remember my first interaction with Pigs was actually getting kicked out of Spikes.
Oh wait, hey, I forgot.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Well, you
wait,
actually
I
got
don't-
kicked out.
Well,
How'd they do that?
I was underage.
oh,
So
you
this
did-
was Pigztastrophe, like, maybe so 6 years ago, I think.
Whenever
7
you
years
were
ago.
under 21.
Yeah, I had to do the math. I was like, how old am I? Yeah, no, it was like, yeah.
How'd
like,
you get caught?
Well, I was like the only person in Spikes. You know, we showed up because it
He
was.
showed up early to set up.
Yeah, because I came with another band. And I was with Rundown Creeps at the time, because I was doing. I was their merch guy, and their their roadie. So I did roadie, but I also did backup bass and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that was right before I started touring with them. But yeah, so they did a Pigztastrophe over at Spikes, and we had set up and everything. We're chilling, and then right before they were gonna do actual doors, the fucking doorman was like, "Oh, well, let me see your ID," and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not 21." He's like, "Oh, okay, well, you can't even be here." So the band was under 21 as well, so they had to sit in the parking lot till they played. They played and they had to leave. So I was like, I guess I'll go home, because it's not like I'm gonna hang out in the parking lot. Like even during their set, I was like, "Fuck it, all right."
So Pigztastrophe brought you together in the Pigs interwebbing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, so the Pigztastrophe is something that we do every year, and it started off to where it was a yearly celebration. Our actual our birthday's in February, and we started the Pigztastrophe to kind of celebrate that. We started like just doing like live interviews at live shows, and then we
Right.
like, hey, let's start doing our own shit. And then we started doing live shows, so then that it kind of took form, and then we just kind of calling them as the years went on. Like, all right, now we're on so and so. So Pigztastrophe 10 for this past year. But yeah, we normally our birthdays in February we celebrate sometime in the summertime because that's when the weather's a lot better. Because man, we've had a shitload of Pigztastrophes where it just rains on us all the time. But amazing fucking shows, but just people are fucking too scared to come out in the fucking rain.
Yeah.
But I totally get it. But Spikes was one of those places that they allowed us to do our fucking pigs botchery and just get fucked up.
Yeah, but so since that day, I've always actually wanted to be a part of the show. Because I know I Rundown Creeps, Mata Mosca, you had Gambler's Mark, bands like those. And I was just like, it just seemed like a cool spot to be at. So, as soon as Swine had their EP out, I wanted to promote it. I was like, I got to hit up Pigs. I finally have something to bring. And... yeah, so that was a good time that day.
Here, let's check out a little bit of that Swine stuff. Oh wait,
Berserk.
That's Berserk. What
Berserk.
the fuck happened there? Damn. I like how you queued up the wrong fucking video.
I like your tan there, Zack.
This is actually how I started. I used to sing for this band.
Oh, I thought rapping. Used to be a rapper.
Yeah, I just do vocals.
Oh, I see what happened. I'm dyslexic. There we go.
Yeah.
Foo. What is this?
Pigs TV, baby. We're bringing it back.
Oh, there he is. Oh, baby Zack. Look at
Aw,
that.
look how cute.
At the table and everything. Right there is good.
Like music video and fucking crazy.
Rockstar.
All right, so once again, we got Swine live on.
What's funny is I think my mic was low on this shit too.
What's the name of this first track that we're gonna listen to?
It's your destiny, fool.
Yeah.
Is this mic on, dude? I didn't hear.
I didn't hear shit.
I heard him, but it's like I didn't hear him through the headphones.
You're the sound guy
so
here.
what's the name of the song again? Sorry.
The first track we're gonna play for you is.
See, I was looking
called
out for you,
Kids,
Zack.
Yeah.
Children Are Killed Every-
Kill all kites. All right, cool. Let's go.
Oh yeah, this is it right here.
Queremos
Something funny, really not yet. Something funny, when we go around. Putting in me, no putting in you. You're the only change the world. Look deep to free yourself. Don't rely on me or anyone else. You're the one with the young being on you. You take back time. Everyone is looking at you. Colors red, white, and blue. All these eyes stay fury. Children are killed every day. Everyone's looking at you. Colors red, white, and blue. All these eyes stay fury.
Yeah, you're right. His mic is really low.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude. I think it's part of your destiny to fucking have a low mic. I don't know why.
Shit.
Well, I mean, now I know why local music is doesn't play on. But
No, but
that's pretty badass, dude.
Thank you. Later on in the night, we go fucking hard. I end up playing without headphones for like 2 songs just because we're rocking out so fucking hard. Like I was head banging and everything, going all over the place. My hat was off, the headphones were off, and I was playing literally just off the drums.
As true musicians and rock stars should.
Fucking
But see, like, look, dude, we're playing Swine again here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On Pigs again. We're going back and reminiscing with Swine. Unlike LME.
No.
They don't even
Swine.
recognize Swine. That fucking sucks. I don't know why Ray hates Swine so much.
Yeah, but with the the curse of Pigs Radio, you break up bands. Right after this interview, we lost that drummer.
You know what's crazy? I was gonna say, do you guys need a new drummer?
No, we got a new drummer. We got.
He's like, no, we got it covered. That's what I'm trying to
weasel in.
I swear to God, I was thinking to myself, I'm gonna ask Zack after the podcast if he needs a new drummer.
Right.
He just had that like vibe.
I just
drummer.
had that.
So basically, this was your first time here.
Yes, that was my first show.
that one there really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Officially, this was my first. Yes, like I was a guest here, and then it took a year and a half for me to become
But you were
a full member.
You were a fan before, right?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite cast member on the show?
Probably Mario.
Cut his mic
No.
off. Cut that shit off.
No.
Shit.
No, I mean, I always liked Cuban Pete. Cuban Pete was funny. Like he was quiet.
I miss
he was,
Cuban Pete.
You know, he
Yeah.
did his thing, but every once in a while, he'd have like a good fucking
Like a
gem.
nugget and
Yeah.
shit, or something outrageous
Yeah.
that would come out of his fucking mouth. It's like everybody had to like look at that fool and say, "What the fuck?"
He was the Charlie Day of the group for sure.
Cuban Pete, if you're out there listening, you're probably not. You can call in at 909-475-7449. 909-475-PIGS. He's probably not going to call in.
Yeah, probably not.
He's busy being a daddy.
Yeah.
So then how do we get into Lycan's Den over here, Lewis of Lycan's Den?
Lycan's
A.K.A. the
Den.
Merchabilly?
The Merchabilly.
Fuck, let's
Well,
go.
The Merchabilly and I, once again, crossing paths with different aspects.
We crossed streams.
We did cross streams.
Different asses? All right, I hear that.
Yeah, I actually hit him up for bottle service for Vertigos.
Wait, what?
Like back in the day?
Back in the day.
Damn.
Yeah.
Mario, hit the bomb, fool.
Hit the bomb, Mario.
right.
Marijuana, so you did bottle service?
Bottle service.
Well, I
at
do
Fun City.
I produce at nightclubs.
Yeah,
events.
he used to come personally to each table and do little
Yeah,
dance and everything.
I was
May I
not a
have some Grey
waitress.
Poupon?
Did Mario like come to your table with like the flares and shit like that, and like fucking like walk with the bottle and shit?
Yeah. No, one of my boys, he was moving to San Diego and we're having like a goodbye party or some bullshit. And I'm like, hey, how much for bottle service? He's like, oh, so-and-so. And then he's like, hey, you sell shit? And I'm like, fuck yeah, you want to vend? Fuck yeah. Oh, so you still want that bottle service? Fuck that guy.
Yeah, and then our friendship started right after that, right? We've been friends for how long now?
Fuck, that's like what, 10 years, I want to say?
Dude.
It's a long fucking stretch, man.
Yeah, because we do, like, whenever he did his Fun City events, we were always there.
Hey,
and
but let
then-
me ask you this. After that, did you ever request for bottle service from Mario's events or no? Yeah, fuck his bottle service. Dude, you with your cheap ass fucking bottle service. What you bring to the table, fool? Some fucking grape.
You know what? I didn't even get bottle service
some
that
brew-
night.
You did?
You didn't?
No, I canceled it. Well, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
I'm
because
gonna
he
make
wanted
money.
to
I'm gonna
work and
spend
shit.
money.
That's right.
Yeah, he got word that it was fucking Kirkland brand shit.
Ah, damn.
Yeah, and then our next big thing was Cyclone. When they were doing Cyclone, that's when we really started getting involved with like PigzRadio and all that.
Well, let me ask you this. I mean, you've been like, so, you know, I've known you as being a guy that sets up, you know, you vend at events, right? So, I mean, what made you decide to do that type of work, you know?
Well, I went back to high school. I used to buy bullet belts from some fucking, what do you call it? Surplus store in New York.
Okay.
They used to sell it by like the strap. It was like
The actual, like, bullet belt.
Yeah.
Okay.
They used to sell them by like blinks of 100, like just bulky shit.
Right.
And I'd buy that, and then studs, and just like a bunch of punk rock shit. Because it was hard to get. We had to go all the way to Hollywood to get it. But like all my friends, you know, like fuck it, dude. I'm like, hey, I get them, I sell them, and then so we started doing that. So I actually started with like a bunch of like punk and metal shit.
And then from getting there,
And then
progress
from there,
everything else.
Yeah, and then I started like branching out in music and just
To the
talking
point where you
different
created
people.
your own label, so to speak.
Yeah, and then actually before Lycan's Den, they used to be called Leather Demons.
Damn.
That sounds pretty. That sounds
Yeah.
kinky as fuck, bro.
And it was like with my old band. We just we used to play and sell shit and
You
all about
leather
merchandising.
demon, you.
But then like we didn't make much money off like tours or shows or anything. Most of the money was coming through like the merchandising. So then that's where I kind of like
Took that aspect over, continued that, and fucked the band.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much how I started. And then Cyclone came around and fuck, dude, Cyclone was just culture
Change your
clash, dude.
life.
That's right. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, it was all when like fucking when Mario fucking dropped the speaker on himself.
That was bad.
That was horrible.
That was bad.
Wait,
And then like I saw no, because of that incident, I was like, damn, he has a bomb ass dolly. Like fuck, what he's got there? What is he using? They're like, what is that? And then from there, I'm like, hey, what you got there? Let me borrow it. And then I was like, oh shit, like you know what? Like this fucker hauls all kinds of equipment, does all kinds of production work, and most of the time he's by himself, dude. I'm like, dude, like I could learn some shit from this guy.
So you just used me, is what you're saying?
No, I put in some legwork.
Just one leg.
Yeah, and then like just hanging out with him and just seeing how he does certain things, like his work ethics and all that. Like it's very inspiring, very motivating. Like we still go to his club events. We show up,
Right.
usually late, But like, fuck it, like we help them pack and
But you
just
show
learn
up, I
shit.
mean-
Yeah, you know.
I will tell you one thing. We become amazing friends, and they are the people that if they will give you the shirt off their back, if you needed it, you know, even Lycan's Den, Main Squeeze, Delia over there on the pig's couch. I mean, these are wonderful fucking people.
Hanging out.
And in this day and age, you don't get fucking awesome people. You get a lot
Right.
of fucking assholes. But I mean, these two individuals are awesome fucking human beings that, you know, I can always count on them. We become amazing friends. I try to support his business as much as he supported all of my business and even all the Pigs Radio stuff, all the fun stuff. So thank you for being a part of Pigs, dude, and always supporting us. I mean, you can always go to lichensden.com, and unless you're too lazy to go to pigsradio.com, and get rerouted back to Pigs straight from the Lycan's Den.
There's no way out. Once you're in, you're in.
Once you're in the loop.
It's a vicious circle.
But obviously with Lycan's Den and the Merchabilly stuff that he does, I know he supports all the Psychobilly bands, and you get merch through them, so he's been able to send some contacts our ways, and, you know, we've been able to fucking just all become a big old Pigs family. And
Yeah, man. Fuck yeah. What was the name of that gentleman you used to have with you a lot? The Hawaiian shirt dude.
Brian?
Brian, you guys had a nickname for him or something.
No, Randy.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy.
Candy Randy?
Yeah, I don't know if it was Candy Randy, but he always had Hawaiian shirts on.
Yeah,
Okay.
Randy.
No, it's Randy.
Randy.
Is he? Huh?
Wait, are we talking about the older white guy?
No,
okay.
no.
No, he's
Oh.
talking about Randy.
Oh, okay.
Was he part of Lycan's Den as well?
No.
Was he part of your?
No.
Oh, okay.
Lycan's Den's always been me and my.
Because that's
This is Den over here.
Oh, okay. Because that's how I met you. It was
Mrs. Dan.
it was both of
Mrs.
you guys
Dan.
on the show that day. The day that I met you, he
yeah,
was here.
and then oh, that's right, he was here.
Yeah,
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 He
he
brought
was
in
here.
another band.
Yeah,
I
you guys
think
brought in
that
a band.
time.
Yeah.
And then but like I said, like the way we all connect somehow, it's he throws shows, and we vend at the shows, you know. And then most of the bands that he brings in, if they're good bands, you know, we try to like help them
Yeah.
out and promote them, grab some of their merchandise,
Yeah, absolutely.
make it
I mean,
available for people.
And honestly, that's another thing about the podcast that I really love, is just the networking and just making new friends and, you know, staying connected with certain people. Like, I think that time that you guys came, I think the Bad Luck Gamblers were here.
Bad Luck Gamblers is another great band.
And, I mean,
Yeah.
and those guys, shout out to them, man. They fucking sent me stuff from Brazil.
Yeah.
They sent me like their little vinyl and stickers and just a letter of showing love and stuff like that. I was like, damn, that's dope.
Oh, is that you that post that shit on eBay?
Damn.
I was like, damn.
Exposed.
Why is it say
Exposed.
Guaps 310? It's the vendor.
Gospel Pigs selling
Yeah.
shit.
Pigs Wops
By the, way,
310.
by the way, thank you, Bad Luck
Gardena.
Gamblers. You guys made me a lot of money on eBay, man. I got their autographs.
I was looking for a copy. I was like, fuck, this dude looks, his fucking vendor name looks familiar, man.
Yeah.
But that's
Shit.
what, like Wops was saying, that's one of the beautiful things about Pigs Radio is that you get such a vast variety of music, whether
Absolutely.
it be
Absolutely.
punk,
I think so,
psychobilly,
yeah. Yeah, hell
independent
yeah.
musicians, alternative.
Yeah, man.
I mean, all that stuff is like Mario's call, man. He's the one that fucking books the fucking bands for the most part for who comes and performs here.
Yeah,
you know what
fuck
I mean?
yeah! Shout out to Mario too, because people always ask me like, "Well, what kind of stuff do you guys, what kind of music do you guys put on the podcast?" And I always say, "Man, we do like Mario tells me,
We do it all.
We do it all. I mean, it doesn't
good,
matter. I
the
mean,
bad, the
yeah,
ugly,
man, we'll
we do it all.
We'll do.
We try to stay away from the bad and the ugly. We really try to stay away. But sometimes
But sometimes
but
it-
sometimes-
it makes
Sometimes it
its way,
creeps
it
in. I
creeps
mean,
in.
listen, we had a drag thing here once and shit. That like
You were
that
excited
shit
for
was-
that shit, bro. Come on.
That shit
Don't
was.
lie.
You know what? I was excited for it because that's when we finally moved in here, and then we were already kind of set up. We had set up the stage and shit. Like, when we first had, when you showed up the first time, it's like we didn't have a stage, and then we ended up kind of switching over to like.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, thank you, Guaps. You actually helped us fucking find our way. You helped us find our way. So yeah, we decided to like fucking build a stage, and then and our first performance was a drag show here. And I mean, I thought, what better way to have the fucking stage christened by a bunch of fucking drag queens,
What are we pulling up here, Mario?
Well, we're talking about the transformation of Pigs, and within the last 10 years, the first couple years was done out of my living room, and we're gonna look at some video. I got one of my favorite artists from back then, Vanity Police, and I have a little clip of that I actually do have. But this was one of Jose's
Oh, yeah.
favorite fucking episodes. This is something that he's brought up for the last, I don't know, 5 years, however long it's been since this fucking clip. This is when we used to be at a different location. We were at my granny's house. She had passed away. The house was vacant. We had I had recently got married, so obviously I couldn't have a fucking bunch of degenerates around my fucking wife because that's not cool. Imagine Wops just coming out all coked out into the fucking living room family house, like,
woo! Like asking your wife to make him grilled cheese and shit while he's all fucking on a sick one.
On a sick one.
Did you have a glass table, by the way?
No, but you know what? Okay, so the story about this, and this was the old studio here. The story about this right here that kind of blew me away is when we first got in there, you know, his grandmother had passed away, unfortunately. Rest in peace, Granny. But apparently she passed out on that fucking couch.
No. She did pass away.
She passed away on that fucking couch. That's right behind the band. I don't know if the people. I mean, can they see? Are they seeing this on screen right now or no?
I'm about to get it up right
Yeah,
now.
That light in the ceiling is not a light.
So before you get started,
oh, you know what? You're right. That's like her glow right there. That's her aura.
Yeah, I have a question. So did she leave you the house and then you just started using it as a studio, or?
Well, in a sense,
yeah,
sure. Let's say. I mean, but yeah, she passed away, so it's like they were getting it ready because they're gonna they're gonna renovate the place because they wanted to rent out the house. So, but that was like something that took some time to do. In the meantime, because again, Mario didn't want us fucking upstairs anymore, he kicked us out, and so we ended up going there. And initially, when we first got there, it was just like a fold-out table. There was like nothing in there. It was empty, an empty fucking room with just a fold-out table and like fucking 6 chairs.
And that couch, did you keep it?
Yeah, I still have it.
Nice.
Yeah,
that's cool, bro.
So out of this second phase, because once again we were in the my apartment.
This is like Pigs 2.0, basically.
Right before we moved to version 3.0, where we're at now. What are some little minor updates in between? But this is towards getting closer towards the end of our lifespan at Granny's house. But we had a band. I don't believe they're called Silver Pup anymore. They're called something else. But Silver Pup at the time was this amazing 4-piece band, but what they threw down at Granny's was still, I mean, in Pig's terms, fucking just legendary.
I thought it was a really polished up, like, and mind you, this is acoustic. This isn't the way they normally play this song, I'm pretty sure, but I mean, it's really polished, and I mean, I thought this band was like on their way to fucking go somewhere, you know, because I thought it was that good. I thought it was really fucking great music.
Right. Well, let's see what you're talking about here.
We're going to play a song called
Mute the
Honey,
mics, fool. I want to hear this.
A couple new songs, Waiting for So Long and Ghost.
Right on.
So as far as the acoustic goes, was much of the dynamic change of the song, or kind of like the feeling of it, or?
Yeah. So normally, like in the recordings, there are a lot bigger, kind of dancier songs. These we tried to strip down a bit, but still give a cool vibe. So it should be like a more organic, I guess, version of these songs.
Right on.
All right, just really quick. Let me go through the mics real quick. Make sure I can hear everyone.
Hello. It's me, bassist. Hello. I'm the lead. Check. Cool.
He said it.
Check. There we go. Check.
Whoa.
Check. Test.
That's a lot.
Check.
All right, once again, what song are we listening to?
Honey.
This is called
Honey, and this is not a new song. This is just something we stripped down.
Yeah, this
for
song.
the show.
This is up on. This is on SoundCloud. There's a great version of it there. So.
Really quick, let me just hear your guitar. Box.
Yeah. Got it. Are you ready for us? Oh yeah. Honey, don't you worry your little head. Honey, I light your cigarette. I light your cigarette. Now
Take me to your thoughts in outer space, if outer space is where they go. Honey, I'll take you till the end. I'll take you till the end. Keep on rowing, rowing away. Because you're so sweet, the way you tell me that you love, you love, you love me. You're just a taste of your honey. Now tell me that you love, you love, now you're my honey. Honey, now I'm worried, oh, and I can't sleep. I'm only getting older now. Are you counting sheep? Now take me to your thoughts in outer space. There's no rewind and no erase. Honey, I'll take you till the end. I'll take you till the end. Because you're so sweet, the way you tell me that you love, you love, you love me. You love, you love, you honey. Now tell me that you love, you love, now you're my honey. You're so sweet, the way you tell me that you love me. You're so sweet, that you love, you love, you you're because you're so sweet, the way you tell me that you love, you love, you love me. You're like you're you honey. Now tell me that you love, just a taste of your
I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me.
It takes it away to a special place.
I mean, I like that.
Fuck all the
I
other
mean,
bands.
like Guapo did. Like I guess when we were off air, like Guapo didn't seem to like it as much. You didn't like that?
No, I mean it's cool. I mean it's not something that I would typically.
Don't lie, fool.
No. I'm not lying. I mean it's not
calling it
it's
like bitch ass fools.
I wouldn't go on YouTube and just to listen to that song. I mean if it's on the radio and I'm driving, by the beach and just chilling,
Ready to drive off the cliff.
Wait a minute, you're like Mr. KP Wolf and shit, and you wouldn't listen to that. Like
Hey,
if it was
dog.
KP Wolf singing that, you would, fool.
Hold on, fool. Don't you dare bring up my girl like that.
Oh,
man.
like that.
Little girl, don't compare.
You sure that's not Sober Puff, fool? I think they wrote that shit for her, dude. I think they wrote it for her, fool. Don't even act.
By the way, if you are following the Merchy Billy Likens, then you can check out a quick video of Wapo singing, lip singing to some KP Wolf. It's really good.
This guy's so fucking.
You know what?
Such a fucking douche.
I will tell you. I know there's a favorite Wapo fucking episode, and it has to do with drag queens.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you want to set it up or you want to just jump into it? I think the setup is basically when we had the stage set up.
Yeah, let's set it up.
Damn, you cut Zack off again. God
Shit,
damn,
man.
fool.
What the
Fucking Zack. You don't even know his fucking like his URL. You fucking mute his mic.
You know what's throwing me off is like since he's sitting right next to him, I'm not seeing that mic, and in my head he's on mic 2.
Raise the mic up so you can kind of see.
I'm mic 2. That's mic 4.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you know what I mean.
Come on.
I got you. See, you got it.
Shit.
So what are you gonna say, Zack?
Go ahead, Zack.
Mute his mic real quick.
You see that? No, because that was the stage christening, right? That's what this one was?
Yeah.
The drag episode was the stage christening.
I mean,
how much more setup you need? This is what fucking started this shit.
Well, this is also my christening. At the time, it's like I was known as Mystery Bleep.
Yeah.
And so it's like Mario told me I need to change my name. I need to be a little bit more politically correct. So I'm like, okay, well, I need a name. And it was just serendipity. It's like they came on and then Mario asked the table, like, if we were all drags, because they had their drag names and they had some really nice drag names. And they asked, Mario asked them, so what would my drag name be? And so they gave Mario his drag name. I couldn't remember what the fuck it was. And then they went around the table. I think QMP was part of that one, right? Maybe. And so they gave everybody a name, but they gave me my drag name, and then my drag name ended up becoming my name on air for Pigs Radio for a couple years, I guess, because of it.
We still use it, I think.
I mean, yeah, some people still call me Cruella Delight, but it's like it is what it is. I liked it actually in a weird way.
This is a little bit.
But here we go. But this is Angel Dust right here.
Damn, girl.
Big thick girl. Look at that.
You and I and nobody
We're gonna get in trouble for this song.
We'll play a little bit and then we'll jump over to like the other performances. We'll just skip.
Get to the good part.
Oh, watch. There's a build-up for this. It's so
Dude,
good.
I think there's a death drop in here. There are other two. Those are our other two drags right there.
The one with the hat too?
Yeah, the one that had too.
So
but that one had plastic surgery done. So
okay, so someone talk to me about this.
What you need to know? Their names and phone numbers or what? Their address?
No, I need to know. Is that tucked?
Yeah, okay.
It
So
has to be, right?
So, okay, I'll tell you this much about this. Okay, so at the end of the night after they're done performing, let it play while we're talking, fool. Come on, let the people see. Or you got a problem with the music and shit. We might get it muted.
Yeah. But PigzRadio doesn't own the rights to any of this, swear.
No,
fuck that.
The music, yeah.
But yeah, at the end of the night when they're I guess getting they're like packing shit up, and then she actually tells me, she looks at me and she goes, "So what you think?" I was like, "Oh yeah, you're fucking awesome." And she's like, "Yeah, it's like I do." What was it? Her? Yeah, it was her. The one that. So she said that she actually tucks. The other two mentioned that they didn't tape or they didn't tuck.
So there's tolongas out there just like nothing.
Yeah, like they kind of like put it off to the side, or they put it, I guess, between their legs. But it's just it's if it flops out, it flops out. If a fucking big massive fucking like 20-inch dick pops out, it just pops out.
That's crazy.
But that one right there, this big girl right here, she actually taped her shit, or at least that's what she said. It's like, oh, that's cool. And she's like, yeah, would you like to see how it's taped? And I was like, no.
Just
for educational purposes.
Would you want to see?
I would want to see how it's done. Why not? I mean, I'm not.
He's over here like, would you fuck me? I'd fuck.
I mean, it wasn't for me. I'll tell you right now.
It's for science.
Look, there's plenty of drag.
Yeah, there you go,
there's
Mario.
plenty
Thank
of
you,
drag
sir.
out there that looks legit. Or maybe, yeah, I guess.
Well,
you
not
know
so
what
much
I mean?
trannies. I've seen trannies that.
Oh
look,
yeah, so tranny. So I mean, yeah, there's a difference between drag and tranny. You know what I mean? But
get it
it's
right,
like,
girlfriend.
oh, these pants on,
Oh,
bitch.
she's dropping it like it's hot.
Oh yeah, dude, she's shaking it
She
and
is-
also breaking it. You know what I mean?
She is dropping it. That's on this stage?
Hold
Yeah,
on,
yeah.
yeah. So this
my
was so.
God.
Yeah, fool, the boots that she was wearing, those dents are still on that stage, dude.
So let me at least set it up for you, Guaps. So after you came with your fucking shit band, and then we wanted to get away from that whole disaster that you brought us here. I was so disgusted with
Well, we brought in drags.
everything
You're
with
welcome.
that. We wanted to cleanse our palate, so we brought drag queens. And we also demolished that whole corner. We just set it on fire, and we had to rebuild what you guys had touched last.
Yes.
So we burned it to the ground, and then we rebuilt it and made it better. So we actually got a full-on fucking stage. We got some curtains, and as you can see, the walls are white. With the studio, the studio is still going always through metamorphosis.
We're still building. Listen, man, this became Pigs Radio 3.0, and it was the what did he call it, the beta test of it. So yeah, we were still trying to figure shit out when we moved in here.
We added lighting in the back. So for
some
us,
really shitty drapes.
Yeah,
that are still here.
Hey, they still rock and roll and they fucking work.
And a light fixture that's like really obvious.
I know, right? I ended up moving that over, so you don't.
No,
really
I know.
see.
In the
She
video,
is
it's like,
rocking that fucking stage.
oh no, she's working it, girl.
Can we get a little bit of audio, or is it?
Oh no, let's just. You want to just skip over to the next performance?
Oh yeah.
No, let this audio play through the.
Oh, there we go. Leave it right there.
So this was the other one.
You spin me right.
Clear the stage. If you like,
baby, right round.
Appreciate the help.
All right. So
Okay,
Let's go.
who's working the camera, by the way?
Yeah, Guaps' evolution got better too.
I wasn't there.
Serious, man, these bitches delirious. All these bitches
Look at
are
Mario's
furious. I
video
just
work.
hit my interiors. I just pick up and go. Might pick up a hoe.
Look at those
Might give
effects.
conversation if you kick up the dough. Never mind my money. Never mind my stats. Every bitch wanna be me. You can find them in Saks. Pink Friday 2 milli. Super bass triple black. When you see me on Ellen, just admit that I'm winning. Do a show for Versace. They request me by name. And if they don't get naked, it just won't
Did
be
anyone
the
get turned
same.
on?
When I'm sitting with
think
Anna,
you did.
I'm really sitting with Anna. Ain't a metaphor punchline.
Maybe
I'm really
Underdog, I
sitting
don't know.
with Anna. Front row with Oscar.
Oh, no,
They
Cuban P was
Lorenzo
here.
posture. Ain't a bitch that could do it. Not even my
I'm sure Pete was in trouble when he came here for that day. For
Oh
sure.
yeah, for sure.
And then we have one more drag queen that came out that day, and that was this is my point of context.
And actually, this was Mario's coworker.
Correct.
Oh,
And so I guess at work, she dressed like a he.
Yeah.
well,
But then how did it come about where you decided to? How'd you come across that they?
Flamboyancy is always spoken out,
Oh.
so it was very public about
Okay,
it.
so this is Stasia right here, apparently.
so this is your coworker.
Yes.
She's part of Geek Squad.
Wow. Best Buy. Wow.
Back then.
Run for cover, motherfucker.
Dude, is she tall?
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, because she reaches all the way up to the top of the current leg.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty tall.
So after seeing the performances that after that one day, and we talked about how, like, hey, I don't know, I'm not really vibing on the white curtain. Obviously, the way it looked, it was a used kitchen, so we needed to kind of change that shit around and kind of make it work. And like we talked earlier, where Granny's house was some kind of vibe, and we kind of wanted to carry on with that. But once we brought it here, we noticed that it didn't really work for.
Yeah.
Now we're version 3.0, and it's not feeling like version 3.0. It's still feeling like, wait a minute, like it's
2.5.
Yeah, it's not. It's not
there
really,
but not there.
We need to upgrade, and we're trying to go fucking backwards. So after we decided, like, you know what? Nah, we need to change this. We need to get different. We need to do better. And after that, the change, and after the stage, it was like, holy shit! Wait a minute, like. This just got a little bit more real,
Right.
And it got way more exciting because, like, wait a minute, we got a pig stage now. Like, hold up, like, that changed everything, especially starting.
How good did that feel?
Fucking amazing. And here's the crazy part: as long as I've been doing all the projects that I've been doing, passion, work, whatever it is. I mean, obviously, with me doing what I'm doing, I started a production company, a live audio company. People need, PA for live events. We've done it. We've traveled. We've been on tour with the Michelada Rumble.
I mean, we took a 6-month hiatus last year because of it,
Yeah, I put Briggs on a pause so that I can focus and travel and make sure we did these shows right. So we were able to live mix for like amazing artists like Warren G, Daz, Corrupt, The Dog Pound, Trainier, Baby Bash.
And that was all with Michelada, right?
All the Michelada Rumble, lighter shade of brown.
Those backyard boogies.
Yeah, dude. I mean, with crowds.
Super
Steve, the world famous K-Rock, and Super Steve's a major fan, not a major fan, but a major friend to the show. I reached out to him one day and like, hey man, like, would you be down for a sit down interview? This is back at Granny's house, mind you. Like, we didn't look like this.
Yeah.
Totally came down, and we grew, an amazing friendship from that. And then from there, I started going, he started inviting me out to K-Rock. Like, hey, want to come out and hang out? Like, fuck, yeah. Like,
yeah.
We canceled plenty of pig shows because all of a sudden somebody had to go to the K-Rock acoustic, like, barbecue Christmas fucking shindig or whatever they call it.
I was a major fan of that radio station for many, many fucking years. That music called to me, and that's where I grew up. And kind of seeing that made me want to be a part of that. But as I got closer to kind of doing that and learning what it was on the back end, that started changing. So then the goals kind of changed. Once I got to radio school, they straight up tell you, like, hey, you want to do radio? Like, this is not, like, you can't do radio here. You need to go venture to any other state that is not a major market.
Right.
And then try to make it big there and then come back to L.A. And I'm like, well, at the school, if you got a radio job after graduating, you got your name on the wall, like a little printout, fucking white clear paper. Nothing fucking crazy, but like
it wasn't like in Boston, like
not
bronze
in gold
or anything
nothing
like that.
But just to still see these people's names on the wall was like, fuck yeah, that's fucking cool.
So did you make it?
Well, I mean, in my own book, fuck yeah, because look what I have now. Because now with fucking radio, I mean, think about it. Radio has changed dramatically.
Oh, radio sucks. Everything's going satellite, man. Even then, people are getting tired of that. That's why we're doing this. We got our own fucking podcast in the city of Compton.
It's in the city of Compton. So knowing that the goal was originally for me to be on K-Rock, I thought I wanted to be an on-air personality. Going to school it changed my mind. Like, I didn't want to talk. I still don't like talking. It's not my main thing. That's why I give the reign in the show where I try to put the pieces of the fucking puzzle where, like, I know this guy talks. I know we can mesh well. Enthusiasm, life experiences, cocaine, like
that's fucked up, dude. You go to life experience and this guy and then you look at Guapo like blow.
Everybody has their talents.
Not everybody has that skill, bro.
I guess.
And that's the beautiful thing about pigs.
Yeah.
So when doing the show, even from the beginning, my goal was never to, like, per se talk. I fell in love with the production side of things. I fell in love with making commercials. And I guess that's always been my goal, was kind of make more, a lifelong career, but without even knowing that's going to be a career, because this all started for fun.
Right.
Like, I think I can do that. That interests me. I think I can learn how to do that. And it's always been challenges and changes and more challenges and how to do this and how to do that. So
I mean, I'll tell you right now, it's like your voice is the engine that makes this go. You know what I mean? It's like
makes this pee-pee go.
We that too. You know
well,
what I mean?
I don't know if it's the voice that makes the engine go, but
no, it does.
But it's definitely the
it's
button pusher that makes the shit go.
I mean, I'm not saying it's like literally like your voice or the sound or the cadence of your voice. It's just that you're here. Your presence is what makes it happen. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's like, and I told you this before, in personal conversations, like, it's like if I can't be here, it's like I've been here longer than anybody else at the table. But if I'm not here, the show's still gonna happen. If Guapo, Lewis, Zack, if anybody else, Cuban Pete, Underdog, what's her name? Badger. If fucking Ronnie, if anybody else that was on the show in the past, if they're not here, it doesn't matter. Captain America, or fucking Brian, or what's the dude that used to be here? The fucking the really racist one.
Jeff.
Jeff. If Jeff wasn't here before,
Of course his name is Jeff.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like the fact is if you're not here, then the show's not going to happen. It doesn't have to do with the technical aspect of it. It's like because you are Pigs Radio. You know what I mean?
He's like the singer of the band.
Yeah, I mean,
He's the front
for
man.
sure.
He's a front
for
man.
sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, once again, when I started doing this, I never thought of like I needed to be at the forefront. I still don't see Pigs as like it's something that I created, but I don't necessarily see myself as the force driver. Other than like I'm gonna put all the I'm putting all the ingredients together, and as everything's meshing together, and we get this monstrous fucking cock size whatever the fuck this is, and bam, that's where we got Pigs Radio magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I get you, but we're still not having a Pigs Radio if you're not here.
I mean, you're still the cog that keeps the wheel on the spoke.
You know what?
I mean?
You know what? I just want to hear the stroking, and I'm gonna fucking take it all fucking night. Like you're right. This is a lot of fucking.
So I'm just waiting for you to introduce me, asshole, because you introduced everybody else at the table, so you haven't introduced me.
And right across the way from me, with many names.
There you go.
And let me tell you something.
Many names, many aliases.
Tonight is actually a special night. Jose's actually been on camera before.
Yes.
We got him away from camera because we didn't like how he looked on camera.
I look fucking hideous, so yeah.
Still doing that's why he still has the mask on right now.
Oh yeah, that goes without saying. The only reason I am on camera now is because the mask is on, so the camera I guess could be here for right now.
So today we do have a front-facing camera on you now. So welcome your face to Pigs Radio 2020.
Hi everybody. Hi.
Bravo,
It's me.
bravo.
The
Just
fucking
don't look
mic
up-
covers like half of his
Don't
shit.
look for me in any kind of like jail forums or prison forums. You know what I mean? It's like I'm trying to hide from the cops.
Given the fact that this is the first time we actually get to see you at the Pigs table ever, how about we get your best dinosaur impression?
Damn, I'm trying to figure out how to.
You trying to see what a dinosaur sounds like?
You kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting it. So.
What, do we not have one for him or what?
He's never done it.
I've never. Well, I was a guest in the past. I was a guest. Like when I first came on, I was a guest. But let me give you the dinosaur first. Fuck.
Come on, no pussy one.
Okay.
All right, there you go. I didn't want to do like the funny ones or any of that bullshit. I gave you a somewhat sincere like dinosaur.
Yeah,
but
that would have called you out.
But that was me. I mean, when I came, I was a guest. I came with Brando and shit. We were like promoting Cyclone at the time, and
Cyclone.
Rip. And it was like 2000. What was that? 2002?
No, 13.
I mean,
13. 2013. Yeah.
No, that wasn't the first one.
2012.
2012. It was 2012.
Yeah.
2002.
Yeah, my bad.
Zack
It
was
was
like
2012.
Zack
That's
was
what I
like
meant.
5.
Wasn't even born yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was my bad. It was 2012. So, yeah, I came on with Brando to promote fucking Cyclone. And then, I did the show. I had a great time, and I basically, Mario just told me, hey, it's like, you guys did great. If you ever care to come back, come back. And I was like, you know what? It's Sunday. It used to be Sunday afternoons. It wasn't Sunday evenings.
Yeah, it was about like 12 o'clock. And
Right.
we used to do it Sunday mornings. And then he got like, okay, nah, that's way too fucking early. Like, I'm getting up at 8 in the morning to go bug my friend to borrow shit to make this fucking thing happen. Like, you know what? This is starting to become a little bit of a pain in the butt.
Right.
So this is why I started, buying my own things. And then I started moving later. And then it turned into
Right.
fucking a night thing. Also work. I mean, I couldn't get every Sunday off anymore, and that shit fucking sucks. So
Yeah.
And plus, nighttime's a lot better. Plus, we can have bands, or I guess you can have bands during the day. But
Yeah, I mean, did you ever try to do it on a Saturday? Just any other day of the week outside? I mean, I know we did a couple that were like outside of the norm, but I mean, just in general.
the only reason why I never focused on the weekends was due to all my other,
Right.
the live audio stuff, the club stuff. That's always on Saturdays and Fridays. So those were always money-making days, and I'm working the daytime job, then working the night. So
Bottle service job.
bottle service jobs. Apparently, motherfuckers like to cancel like right before the fucking event. So thanks, asshole.
You fucked up because you actually asked an event before you fucking got that money first. You know, what I mean?
And with the vendor stuff, I just love how when you go to a place, especially when I know I was on the other side of the rope not so long ago, where I'm paying to come in, but once you're visually stimulated, you see things that you never seen before, or just you got all kinds of like working cogs. Once again, with the promoter stuff, I always thought you put in some amazing vendors that either do something specialty or they bring some kind of element,
right?
And they enhance the
accents,
just everything,
Yeah.
And with Lycans, then this dude had like all kinds of cool like rock and roll shit. I'm like, fuck yeah. Big Morrissey guy, so obviously with Fun City, all the '80s stuff, it just kind of meshed well. He does.
Yeah.
You can catch Lycans then at all the
everything,
the
Just
Morrissey
everything.
conventions.
When they come back into
when
play.
they come back around.
So, what were your some of your favorite memories here at Pigs Radio? I mean, throughout all these years, I mean, the 10 years plus, and is there something that really stands out where you?
Tío.
The Tío episode.
There's.
That's gonna leave a stain.
Oh yeah, for sure.
There is countless of like amazing memories because almost every single memory is something always stands out, and I'm not gonna say one's always gonna be better than the other because there's always some kind of like different like vibe to it, like that made that special because of that one thing, or that made that cool because of that one thing, or whatever the case is. I mean, the show has gotten itself into trouble before, and like we made like headlines in news, or we had a politician come on and he ran his mouth, got in trouble. That clip surfaced and made it onto like Channel 5, the Huntington Post. It made it across all kinds of media news outlets. Like, they talked about us on Channel 5. The dude fucked up and botched our name. He called us PigzRadio, so fuck you. I forgot who the fuck the anchor was. But they talk about how this one guy, and mind you, this guy named Sky, a good friend of the show, and he's still a good friend to us today. I mean, he's paid his dues. He's got himself into.
Is he finally out of prison?
He's finally out of prison, and he's cleaned up his fucking act. But half the things that dude said were just outrageous. He shouldn't have said half the shit. But what got him in trouble was that he just pretty much belittled a gay person of color.
Right.
Even though he was a black guy. And then later on comes to find out that he was gay, I guess, or whatever.
He was gay in his own right.
Right.
Yeah.
So I found that interesting, and that put us, once again, it put us in a negative light. But, I mean, we didn't say it. We didn't condone it. This guy was just rambling on. But, once again, he talked about an open, like, sexual harassment case against a fucking teacher and a student, like, on the school that's right across the street from us, at Davis Middle School. So that was something interesting. And all the other racist things he was saying, because, mind you, back in the day, I mean, you could say a lot of shit for shock value, and now it's a big no-no. So, the show has seen some major transformations, especially with other past, like, members who's been on here, and we thought a lot of things were funny. And, I mean, look, if you got stupid humor, it's going to be funny. Now, versus you publicly announce that you think it's funny or not, then that's where you fucking put yourself into, like, some kind of weird, like, limelight. But that Sky Fisher was an interesting story because, once again, we made it to the news for the wrong reasons. I got interviewed by other morning shows to talk about, his character that he portrayed, and it was a Sky the Compton Martian was the character that he was when he would come on here. But once again, there's some truth to certain things, and he got himself in trouble later on with the law. There was another case where we had a gentleman on here called Vanity Police. I forget his real name. An amazing singer, artist, performer. He programmed and been on tour with the Jackson 5. So he did all their keys and synths and shit like that. So his music,
a professional musician.
Yeah, and at that time we were still in my apartment. So this is like in the beginning time. And to have him come down, like, oh shit, like this guy's kind of like going somewhere. Like he has some shit going on in his life that like holy, like those are amazing opportunities. Yeah. And then later on, to come to find out, I see a random news thing on Channel 7, I think it was. Man, I showed his fucking picture. And he tried stabbing a police officer in Santa Monica at like waiting for the metro. I don't know what the case was. I don't remember. I don't know if there was drugs involved or whatnot. But charged at a cop. Cop shot him.
Did he die?
Like, no, they put him in prison. I don't know if he's fucking still there or not.
Shit.
But
well, that's the kind of guest we like here at Pigs Radio.
That's
sexual deviance.
That's the kind of things I guess we fucking have.
Speaking of sexual deviance, so you got it queued up, right? The Normandy Blues with the.
I'm still looking for it. I got caught up in the conversation.
Dang. So okay, like I'll tell you right now, like as Mario's quote unquote second, he's the Batman to my Robin, and he's what would you call that? Like he's the Shaggy to my Scooby Doo. or whatever the fuck. How the fuck you want to look at it? But I mean, like I personally like my favorite show, and I wish like we tried a second time. But my personal favorite show was the time that we did that. What do you call it? We went to a liquor store. We did a show at a liquor store. It was called Diamond Liquor. What city was that in, Mario?
I think it was Almani.
Almani, yeah. So we actually set up to do a show at a fucking liquor store in Almani. And it was the weirdest thing because that, you know, it's like he gave me the directions and I pull up and this is when I would first start doing the show. And I pull up to this fucking parking lot. I park. I get out. I walk in. And to the right, I see like people like grabbing shit, you know, like chips or wherever the fuck, hashiros, you know, and all that good shit out there. You know, they're Bud Light micheladas or whatever the fuck. And then I look to the left and there's a fucking table with like all these people fucking with mics in front of them and shit, ready to fucking do a podcast.
Straight up, my buddy owned a liquor store, and once again, if there's an opportunity, if there's something funny, if there's something that I think like, hey, I think we can make that work. When the opportunity came out where we can go inside of a fully functioning liquor store, open for fucking business, and people would come in and grab their fucking booze, and you had your people that would come there daily. You had your, you know, coming in and pick up their booze.
Yeah, regulars.
We did that twice, but this first time was really cool because we actually had a live performance on top of everything else. So people were buying booze.
You had a band in the liquor store?
Yeah,
Yes.
like I actually went to the when we were there. It's like I go up to the what do you call it? The refrigerators, right? And I grab a fucking case of beer. And I go up to the counter, I pay for it, and then I come back to the fucking table, and then we're like fucking pounding from this fucking case of beer and shit.
We were allowed to drink in there.
They allowed us to drink inside the liquor store. Now, mind you, the second time we did a remote there, they didn't let us drink that time because I guess they kind of realized that they kind of fucked up because we got pretty fucking sauce there.
Yeah, it got. Let me tell you one thing about Pigs.
Fucked up. I think that was one of the most fucking where I was the most drunk ever at a Pigs.
Pigs endured the whole Pigs Wasted, especially during cyclone season. That was always our fun time to get really fucked up.
Right.
Pigs likes to party, just like Guapo. Maybe not on the level of Guapo, but Pigs likes to have a good time and likes to have a good time with all of our friends. So once again, after that first one, we met. That was the first time we also met Manny, the non-funny comedian. And then the non funny comic. And
shit.
He actually gave the birth to this fucking button.
Shut the fuck up, Manny.
Because of Manny, we have that button.
Yeah.
So thank you, Tony Alvaro. But what we're about to look at right now, this is actually the live performance from Normally Blue performing.
Alex Blue of Normally Blue, which was a what would you call it, Louis? Like, I mean, you're familiar with Normally Blue, right? You saw them? I mean, they're like kind of like a punkish, kind of like, they were kind of like social distortion-y, I guess you could say. They weren't really psychobilly. They weren't like rock. I mean, I guess you could say rock and roll. But yeah, it's like the guy had a great band, and you know, it's like they decided to do a performance there in the fucking liquor store. While people, now mind you, while they're performing and while we're doing this fucking podcast, people are going in and out of the liquor, like buying shit. They're looking at us like we're a bunch of fucking weirdos, and then they'd walk out. I mean, every once in a while, like a person would stand there like for a minute or two and watch what's going on, and then they like fucking eventually they would leave. But yeah, it was a trip. I mean, we were there for like maybe like 2 hours.
Did you guys interview anyone?
Yeah.
Did you guys interview any customers coming in?
Did you have an open seat at the table?
We did. Well, we did have some room on there, but we did. I think we did interact with a handful of like customers. They were like, "Hey, what the fuck?" Like there were some like people like, "Hey, what's going on over here? I'm gonna stand around the fucking table." And I you know what? I didn't even put no thought into it really because I wasn't expecting like, "Oh shit, we're in a live liquor store and there's people." I never thought about
There's
people.
There's customers in there basically while we're doing we're doing Pigs Radio in the fucking liquor store.
So the band performed inside the liquor store?
Yeah, like go.
And that's what we're about to see right now.
Yes, that's what we're going to see.
Let's do it. I want to see that.
The song's called The Temple of Doom.
Holy
That song's
shit.
on the album. Wow, I love the effects.
Whoa.
Now it sounds.
He's in the Temple of Doom now.
You sound like Vincent Price.
Sunday. Yeah, this song's off the new album. It Is What It Is, available on iTunes, Punk Hollow Records. It's a whiskey, man.
It's all good.
I drank 2 bottles of red wine and did some cocaine to unwind. My lips turned red, my throat went numb. Well, I told myself that this is fun. Well, I'm having trouble dealing with this disgusting feeling, and I don't know what to do. My room is filled with clouds of smoke and chemicals that murder hope. You won't believe how bad I look because of all the drugs I took. I can't stand feeling lonely and killing myself slowly, and I don't know what to do to let it all out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure. Oh, let it out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure. Well, I'm burning crystal to escape from all the problems I create. The serpent told me not to wait. I'm getting nowhere with blind faith. When I am sober, it only brings me lower, and I don't know what to do to let it all out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure. Whoa, let it out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure. Whoa. The walls of this dark room are closing in. I pick myself up only to fall again. Let me tell you, brother, oh, letting it out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure. Oh, letting it out. I want to change, but Lord, I can't change. So tell me, where do I go now? When you show me how to beat these demons, I am going to lose this long fight with the views. Can you save me, please don't save me. Whoa, letting it out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure. Whoa, letting it out. Drinking this way will never bring me closure.
Dude, that is a fucking full-blown liquor store.
Beautiful.
There's a guy in the background right there. He's just watching.
Yeah, I know. Who was
Oh,
that?
that was fucking Jeff.
I think that's Punkabilly.
Yeah,
You know what he kind of reminds me of a lot is let me stop this shit. Kind of like a Green Day-ish, like I mean, Green Day. Like he has like kind of that vibe to his like music. Please go check out Normandy Blue. Alex Blue's a good friend of ours.
Yeah, you guys went to a gay club together. I remember in
Chicago.
Chicago.
Boys Town.
I got suckered to going into Boys Town, and I had a really great time in Boys Town with Alex.
You got suckered or you got sucked into it?
Chi-town.
Saca la nalguita.
You know, trying to squeeze in all my favorite fucking moments in 10 years within an hour's time.
It's rough.
It's
Yeah.
almost impossible. Once
Too
again,
many.
One of my favorite kind of moments was I've had the pleasure of meeting so many people and having so many awesome performances and a lot of technical difficulties during the performances and a handful of shitty performances. But one of the cool ones that I thought was always really fucking that stood out was, you know, we always try to bring caliber of guests onto the show.
High caliber.
Yeah, high caliber of guests, performances, whatever interesting. But I was actually able to talk to the lead singer of When in Rome.
Right.
And I thought that was really fucking cool. Like, once again, podcast from Compton at this point. We're already on version 3.0. We're in the studio. This is when we had our white wall still.
I mean, this is the beauty of it. I mean, you don't necessarily know who we're going to have on the air, who we're going to have with us. But that one was like a for sure impressive get, I guess you could say.
Yeah, for sure, dude. I mean, let's check a little bit of that out.
I mean, for people that don't know who When in Rome is, they have a song called The Promise.
Yes.
Excited to hear about all the new stuff. When we first opened up the show, we actually were playing a brand new track, something you had actually sent me. Could tell us about the new kind of movement that you got going on with your new music.
Well, I was working at a studio in Old Liege. I was made studio manager when I was I got out of music for about 10 years, and I had to get a proper job, of course, like most people have to do. I wasn't earning any money from the music industry anymore, so I got a job at a hotel. And then I went to work at a studio, looking after the install and the refit of a brand new studio in Old Liege, where I'm from, in Cheshire. And I met this guy who was having a studio built just up the road from the studio I was at. And his name's John Brooks.
Where was he calling in from, Mario?
He's calling in from Long Beach.
Long Beach, that's right, yeah.
So he lives local now. The funny thing about this interview, at least with him, for me at least, is that Mario told us initially, look, he doesn't want us to bring up the When in Rome stuff. I mean, the Promise, the song The Promise, because that's what he's known for.
Absolutely.
For the people that know the song, it's a beautiful fucking song, and he sings there's two different vocal tracks on that song. There's his, and then there's another guy. So the other guy was, I guess, considered the main guy in the band, but it was really songs that were written by him.
Right.
And he sang, like, I guess you could say, the chorus of the song.
Yeah.
But
a great song.
Very amazing song. So it was funny for me that when Mario told us, oh yeah, we shouldn't ask him about that. He wants us to talk about his new material. But as soon as we decided to, you know what, fuck it, let's just ask him about it, because he mentioned it in passing. He mentioned it on his own, The Promise, and we started asking him about it. And then he opened up and he had a lot to say. And the one thing that blew me away about this guy is that he never considered himself to be like equal to the bands of that genre, the whole 80s genre. There was obviously like the popular, like, alternative or whatever you would call it, new wave stuff at the time. He didn't consider himself to be an equal to Duran Duran or In Excess or Culture Club or all that stuff. But to me personally, I did kind of see him like that, even though they did have the one hit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they were kind of on par with that shit.
Yeah, they were.
But he saw them as his, bigger bands than him. But to me, they're all comparable. They're all pretty much the same band.
Yeah, man. For him to take his time and just call
Yeah,
in,
very considerate guy. Very fucking outgoing.
I remember that interview. I remember thinking, dude, such a chill, laid back. I mean,
for sure.
There was no question that we were asking him where he was kind of just like whatever about. Like he was on it. And shout out to him.
And I'll tell you this much. This is kind of with Guapo and shit. This is when I kind of started like saying, yeah, this guy could work for the show, was because he, when he opened up with that.
Hold on. Hold on.
Oh,
this is why we mute your mic, bro.
Now you want to know.
You know what? It was from that one episode when I was high as shit. And I was
Which
straight.
one of the many?
There's only like one. I forgot what episode it was. Oh, it was no.
Recently, right?
I don't know if it was Jabbermouth or another one, but I was straight munching on some shit. And then like you could hear me in the mic just
chomping away.
Chomping on the chips, dude.
Good job.
Well,
Zach.
listen.
Good job.
Yeah, but anyway,
Hell yeah.
Like he was
that one in row where now I'm gonna suck fucking Guapo's dick and shit, I guess you could say. So that's when I kind of decided that this guy's good for the show, because when he opened up and then all of a sudden he kind of opened up a bigger path for us to start asking questions relevant to that, you jumped in like right away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had your own questions, and that's always been the. What tells me whether or not a guy, a person is good for the show or not is whether or not they jump into the conversation. If they don't, then you know what? It's like you're just taking up a seat.
But I had to put in work at PigzRadio to stay here. It wasn't easy.
Of course.
Zach, what's your favorite episode?
My favorite so far has got to be the Manolo show. What would you say? A brother from the island.
Puerto Rico.
Oh yeah, he was.
Puerto Rico están bailando.
I could not stop laughing that episode. And in fact, I've shown this episode to so many fucking people. You gotta check this dude out. You gotta see his past episodes. You gotta see his stand up. This dude is fucking hilarious. I still watch this shit.
Manolo is a YouTuber that I came across and became friends with. I reached out to him, wanted to see if we can do an interview, at least online. And it just so happened we were already kind of in communication, but it was kind of like in between stuff.
Right.
And when I text him last, like, cabron, I'm landing in LA right now. I'm like, hey, I'm up the street at work. Let's meet up for lunch. He got off the plane. He had a layover, and we talked for like 2 hours, and then he took off on his adventure, and then
Right.
I caught him on the way back. So that dude was an interesting cat, and you know, as much, you know, he's in that fucking porn industry a little bit. He did funny videos from like I don't know, whatever porn conventions and whatnot. I got a little bit of that clip.
Yeah, let's see it, man. Cause that guy's fucking hilarious. Except for that, he told us that Area 51
Welcome
story.
back to the show, the one and only Puerto Rican that I truly know and truly love, because I don't like a lot of Puerto Ricans, because most of them are assholes. And Zack, of course, now you're my new favorite Puerto Rican.
Shit.
Because I didn't know you were Puerto Rican until today.
I mean, I've mentioned it in passing.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I know he was Puerto Rican. He thought he was
Like,
Filipino or some shit.
Oh, fuck no.
But we have Manolo from the Manolo Show. What's up, Manolo?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
This
so the
handsome
camera
gentleman.
was on me while I was staring at my computer like intensively.
He was shutting down. He was shutting down his
the
OnlyFans
first second
page.
was like, oh, my guest, and I'm like, just staring at the computer.
Oh, you know what?
Hey, everybody,
What's
what's
funny
up?
about
How are
this
you,
episode?
Mario?
We
Good,
have
sir.
a
How
lot
are
of
you,
like
man?
malfunctions and shit. Manolo had his own shit going on his end.
Oh, that's right. He was having like, did the camera cut off on him?
No,
or-
he like some weird screen overlays were happening where he would have his own like guests. I don't know.
I mean, it just goes to show, dude, like this, all this new electronics and doodads and buttons and whatnot to make all this shit fucking work. It's a fucking lot, man.
It really is. Like, I think we should just do it all in Zoom meetings. You know what I mean? Just do a Zoom meeting at Pigs.
This is like during the whole like when COVID was harsh, huh? This is like
because we were in
Yeah.
separate rooms and all that bullshit. I think I had COVID at the time. You know, it was around that time.
I mean, for as long as the show's been around, I've been always trying to keep up with the trends. I mean, I've always been focused more on audio and the quality and making sure we sound the best at every possible. I mean, obviously with limitations of money, like whatever we can do with whatever amount we got, let's do the
Right.
best of what we can.
Make it work.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. And that's one of the beautiful things that I love from this show and everything that we've created together as a unit. It's just so many awesome memories. Hey, what's going on here?
you dick. That's what you're going on.
Well,
listen,
and then he tried to look for his finger, and then he went to.
Oh, this is where
That's
he's
why
telling
we're
the
not.
story about how
We're
you
going to
lost
start
your
doing live stream concerts for these bands, and, you know.
And I tell it in a very epic way. Like, I'm like, you know, Mario was hanging out with his friend.
Oh, there it
And then
is.
he flipped his car, and then the car, like, fucked up against a tree. And then he got out from
Nice
the
trick.
car, and he was like, I'm okay. But then he looked, and he didn't have his finger. And he was like, fuck. And then he tried to look for his finger. And then he went to the emergency room holding
Did he
his
actually
finger,
tell it pretty
which is kinda
good?
like
Did
a
he?
body
No, I
issue,
saw
but
my
actually
finger was
happened, but I make
dangling
it
there.
sound more, you know.
I was gonna say, did you actually go looking for your the nub of your finger?
No, like, surprisingly, it was a clean cut. So after the car rolled, however it got cut, the finger was still dangling there. Bone was cut.
Oh.
and it was just
Fuck.
on by
Oh,
a piece of
shit.
fucking meat. So, but it wasn't gushing blood or anything. And yeah, so that's been gnarly.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, but it was cool because I tell this tale all the time because obviously, you know.
I love his
I mean,
accent,
you guys are
dude.
from
I tell
Compton,
this tale all the time.
But I'm from Puerto Rico.
Yeah, he's become an amazing friend to the show throughout the. I think I've known Manolo now for about 2 years, going on to our
Right.
third one,
Yeah.
and I got to hang out with him. We many opportunities with Pigs, and we were actually able to go film some wrestling. We made friends with a wrestler called Dirty Ron McDonald from San Diego, and we've been kind of producing some stuff during quarantine to kind of get content out there. And yeah, Manolo teamed up with me. We went to go film wrestling with Guaps. When was this? 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, it was 2 weeks
Yeah.
over the weekend, which was, I'm telling you, man. That's one of the reasons I keep coming back, because that was just a fun experience, man. Like I as a kid, as a child, I was into wrestling, like the whole WWE thing. I wasn't,
Right.
but the whole like underground. I've never been to those kinds of events, and when I went there, just to see the work that goes behind it and just being there, it was a lot of fun. It was a lot. of fun.
but
Oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, but see, that's kind of the beauty. It's like you've come here and you come here with a purpose. You know what I mean? You come here with a reason to come here, and I mean, like the whole like you coming here, and then when we have bands here, you're like working the camera and all that shit, and you're doing all the angles and shit. I mean,
Working these nits.
he works it. He definitely
Yeah.
works it. But okay, so Guaps, what's your favorite one? And I know which one it is because we were talking about it earlier. And you started singing her song. So, but what's your favorite fucking Pigs episode?
Well, there's
No, there's only one.
There's only one because you only asked for one.
There was
so this. I'm segueing into what your favorite is.
Okay, well,
while Mario goes look for the fucking video, it's like,
the one that I asked for was the one where I came here with the old band I was with. The fucking douchebags that came in and fucking started the whole fucking they didn't play acoustic shit. But I mean, other than that, I mean, there's KP Wolf. Yeah, that definitely goes hands down. I mean, I just didn't want to seem like a pervert, but yeah, hands down, she goes down.
Okay. But you are a pervert.
Shit goes down.
Yeah, that goes down.
She goes down.
Is that the right time signature? Is that the right time stamp?
I don't know. We're gonna fucking play this.
No,
shit.
no, Guapo. No, that's why I'm asking him because is that right? Is that where you start crying right here at this moment?
At this moment, I don't know. I was in heaven when I was filming, but
I was crying at my one eye.
I mean, she just put on a great performance. Beautiful woman.
And I gotta tell you, the beauty of what you've been learning here is like this is you handling the camera when it's roving and it's moving around. This is you. This is you. What people see out there is like this is Guapo fucking being the cameraman.
By the way, if you guys are listening in, Guapo does not just sit in and do drugs. I actually do work around here.
He actually works the camera.
And do drugs.
Mario does like a lot of the video stuff, and you know it's like I do the sound, but Guapo does the camera work. You know what I mean? So we're all incorporated.
Thank you.
Let's listen.
Don't you deliberate, ain't got the time to wait. Too late, I'll never quit it. Don't you say
God damn, man.
We see the difference between like production levels on this stuff.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Can I get a hell yeah?
Here it comes. Here it comes.
And you don't need to spin no game.
He's going to spin that camera though.
Reasons just to scream your name. You can call me ooh ooh baby, ooh ooh lover, ooh ooh lady,
Ooh lover. God
Sing it,
damn,
Wop, sing
fool.
it.
She's singing to you, fool.
Yeah, man. You can call me ooh ooh baby.
I didn't know this song was a duet.
Bro, KP Wolf, if you're out there, I'm your fucking biggest fan.
He wants to marry you. He really wants to marry
I am
you.
one of your biggest fans. I mean,
He wants to become Mr. KP Wolf.
Mr. Wolf.
But you know what? You know what? I mean, you can't deny the fact that she's just an amazing artist.
Oh no, yeah, she's amazing.
yeah.
She's awesome. She's awesome.
Beautiful and talented. Speaking of beautiful and talented, we are missing another one that we had on here before. I don't know if she couldn't make it. I don't know what.
She couldn't make it tonight.
But Haley also. Shout out to Haley.
Yes.
Haley, good job.
I know she's been coming in. I haven't been here the last 2 episodes, but she's been
picking up your slack.
She's been picking up my slack, and dude, she's kudos
It's like
to
I
her.
started calling her guapa, you know? Like, what's up, guapa?
I was about to ask her, saca la bolsita.
Fuck.
Don't get replaced, fool. Don't get replaced. That shit happens.
She's fucking down.
We talked about Vanity Police a little while ago, and I just kind of want to show a little bit of.
Well, hold on. We missed it.
What?
It's 12:05.
Oh, is it?
Okay, let me do this. So yesterday when we were at your event, Mario, what's the name of the event again?
The Dark Wave Spooktacular.
Okay, so yesterday midnight hit, and then Lewis's birthday was yesterday. Technically now it was yesterday, so we sang him happy birthday. So today, officially now, it's your birthday.
KP Wolf,
so what are we gonna do for
listening,
this guy?
call in.
Let's sing happy birthday.
Let's sing happy birthday to this guy. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday to me.
Bitches, Mario.
Happy birthday to me.
Saca la bolsita.
Happy birthday, dear Mario. Don't get old marijuano.
Marijuano. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, carnal.
Oh, wait, no, there's no cake. No one brought a cake.
You can blow on this if you want.
Oh, what you got?
There's plenty of candles at the table, Mario, if you want to blow them.
Speaking about blowing, this guy, once again, was in prison for trying to go stab a cop. But just to kind of let people know where we're at. By the way,
Compton.
thank you guys for
One
the
of the first
for-
productions,
for-
yes.
Yeah, for singing along. By the way, thank you so much for with the best wishes. But yeah, this was in my apartment here. This is with the Badger and Just Jeff.
This was Pigs Radio 1.0.
1.0.
So this is its origins, I guess.
Well, you
could
know
say.
what? No, I'm gonna say more like 1.5 because 1.0 was
So
definitely
it was an update, not an upgrade.
right because I
Okay.
had a different crew from the original crew.
Right.
I don't have video. I do have audio of the original first episode.
Nah, fuck them
but
fools.
it's lazy.
It don't matter.
Hey, homie, you upgraded, dog.
That's right.
That's
That's
right.
right.
But this,
You had a ramp to this motherfucker.
just to kind of get an idea of what like production value was back then.
Look at you with the beard and getting high and smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, that's when I smoked cigarettes.
That's a big ass board.
That's a big ass girl back there. Oh, that's Badger. Oh shit.
Back off just for a little while. I don't wanna hurt you any more than I have to. We paved two-way street called trust.
Let's get to the part where Jeff is just hypnotized.
He just hold on, where is he? He's not even paying attention. Oh, there it is. There it is.
He's locked in.
Look at Jeff. Look at Vanity Police.
Just can't sing along without crashing, without trusting me. We'll never make it. Don't listen too long to
By the way, shit's
it's-
way too loud. But I mean,
I was gonna say, is that the way it sounded before?
Guaps back then we were learning. So
yeah, I know,
but
but that's what I'm saying. Is that what the But,
it shouldn't have sounded like that. But I mean, obviously,
Right.
it was a little bit too blown. But once again, this were like when we started first really taking in like performances. I was in an apartment. I wasn't trying to. I didn't have the room for fucking full bands. There have been a handful of shows that we had up there that were fucking really amazing because we actually tried to squeeze as many instruments and bands in there. We had this one show with Rich Black Cat Entertainment, which is no longer around. This was kind of like an apology. No, not an apology, but I mean, we tried to figure out there was some shit that went down at a show, and
I mean, I would call it an apology. It was that.
I don't know if there was even an apology given, but there was.
I mean, he was trying to say that it was all a misunderstanding, but obviously it wasn't, man. It's like the guy got busted for fucking doing shady shit.
Yeah, like
Who's that? What happened? The band? One
I
of the
mean,
band members?
it's a bit of a long story, but yeah, he did an event where it's like he didn't pay a large percentage of the bands. I don't know how many he paid in total, but yeah, there was a big chunk of bands that he didn't pay. So he decided to come on to the show. This is previous to when I came on with Brando. So we came on, I think,
Right after that, I
right
believe.
after that one, the next one, where we came on to promote Cyclone, and then he asked us about Rich's circumstances.
By the way, as a reminder, we are on episode 359. We're about to be on 360 next week with the Fallen Electric, so make sure you guys tune in back for that.
That's right.
10 p.m.-ish.
This 10:30. But on this episode, this is episode 63.
Wow.
So yeah, I guess I started like after it was
64,
4.
65.
Yeah.
So. But this is the band we had. This is when we used to do the show during the day. This is about 12 o'clock in my apartment.
Your grandma's listening, dude. Come on.
And look at the sound.
I know. I was on this weird fucking phase
We're
of
about to move the studio
phaser.
back into,
the phase phaser.
Live.
What year was this, Mario?
Shit.
Well, 10 years. So it was closer, like maybe like 9.
Maybe 8 to 9 years ago.
When was
wow.
Valentine's Ball? Like 2009?
I think 9, yeah.
Because it was right after that.
Oh, really?
It was right after after he did his event, the Valentine's Ball.
Oh, wait. Well, there was something Locos. Los Lobos Locos?
Yeah, they're Los Lobos Locos. I told you earlier, Dake, it's Los Lobos Locos. So this was basically a 3-piece, like, they would play, like, rockabilly shit, but they kind of mix it up. I mean, not rockabilly, like, yeah, I guess, yeah, like rockabilly shit.
Oh yeah, I dig that big time right there.
Ready for your fucking asshole getting wet?
Yeah. That's
Long time ago,
diamonds in a pocket full of lids. And the face you once saw smiling now wears a frown. It's not even 90, and I'm drinking a palm of wine. Before you slowly driving me into the ground. See, when I first met you, I was in love with you.
Those couches look comfortable as fuck.
They were. Let me tell you, those couches did possess some fucking crazy powers, because it was all about like who showed up early enough to sit on the couch, and I guess only the privileged got to sit on the couch.
Yeah,
and,
I was gonna say those are comfortable.
Like people who
that is not IKEA.
Definitely not IKEA. I forgot where I bought those things from.
I don't know, but like I took plenty of pictures of Mario fucking asleep on those couches.
I would fall asleep right afterwards for sure.
You would knock the fuck out.
As we're winding down, and once again, there's so many more fucking awesome memories now as I'm sitting here and kind of going through shit. One of my all-time favorite bands that did make it a handful of times onto the show was Animal Games, and that was a band that I worked with closely and did a bunch of stuff with them. They're no longer performing together, but those are one of my favorite band ever having on this show. Very raw fucking performance. I don't have any video, but there's all the audio stuff. If you go to PigzRadio.com, you can relive all the magic. You can relive every single thing. Not only that, if you download the Local Music Experience app right now for free on both platforms, Apple and Android, you can listen
Ray's
to
like,
Pigs.
yes.
I just heard his nipples get hard.
Hey, shout out to Ray C for coming out yesterday also to the
Ray
band.
C and Ronnie.
Ronnie, they were both dressed up like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Yes.
Good job.
You know, that
Good job.
episode, we didn't leave here till like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I know.
What episode?
The Ray C one.
That was actually my first episode.
As a guest. I mean, as a non-guest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because we all like drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
especially
were
Ray.
afterwards.
But yeah, well,
Yeah, Ray
likes to
fucking,
drink.
he had me going.
Yeah. We're on a sick one.
Once again, there's way too much shit
All right.
to like necessarily go over.
I did give you 2 performances before we go out. I gave you 12-Step Rebels and I gave you Experiment Perilous. But I mean, I think if you could do one, I mean, let's go out with Experiment Perilous because that shit was rocking as fuck.
Experiment Perilous, a good friend to the show, Edward Transylvania. He's like 600 and 600 years old. Loves lucha. I help him whenever the possibilities are there, whenever he needs to go do a interview of sorts. They've been rocking and rolling. They've done so many PigzRadio Pigztastrophes for us.
They've done a few Pigztastrophes for sure.
Even the ones that he's not performing, he's still there.
Yeah, Edward loves the show, and he loves all the pig botcheries that we fucking get into.
Oh yeah.
I know. Let's see. We did the pigs. He did one at Spike's. He did one at Mal's.
Yeah.
What else did he do?
Well, he did the stuff here, and he's done like he's had that. What was it? The art show that he had, like us. He came in to promote. Then he did also the Vex, Joe Vex at the Vex. He was there.
He was
hanging
there
out.
for that.
So I mean, he's always been a big supporter of Pigs Radio, and I mean, we gotta appreciate that shit. You know what I mean? It's like anybody that is a fan or that'll support, of course, will support you guys back.
Right.
You know? Unless you're Trump, fuck you.
As far as like this performance is concerned, this was it was the New Year's episode, so it was literally like a day or two right before New Year's.
Yeah, we weren't sure if we were going to do an episode, but we just said, fuck it, let's try to find somebody. If we find somebody, we're going to do the show. And thankfully, again, because they are, Edward's a fan of the show, and then, they're great guys. They decided, yeah, fuck it, we'll go down. Have a good time.
So as they came in to ring in the new year, the amount of energy that they put on the fucking stage was incredible. And I thought this sums up Pigs Radio, because it doesn't matter what you like. You come here, you display what you love, you leave it on the fucking table, and you leave and some amazing jizzery of Pig's magic.
Yeah. Like Waffle when he leaves the blow on the table because he went hard on it.
Well, first of all, not like Waffle, because he doesn't leave blow on the fucking table.
Yeah, he's no rookie. He's not a rookie.
I'm not a rookie.
So let's check out this performance from. Was this last year?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, it was last year.
More fog, motherfucker. More fog.
We gotta do it with Christopher Walken's voice. Was like,
Hey, you didn't fucking throw any fog on this shit today.
Well, I had it plugged in. It was like, what the fuck are you using fog
Joe's
for?
having the best time of his fucking life
right
right now.
And their bass player was fucking hella fucking faded.
Damn.
Can I get more fog on the stage? Actually, give me.
You need some
while
water,
you're at it-
Rockstar?
While you're at it, give me some of that Jack, yeah?
Fucking rock star.
Cheers, Pigs Radio.
Salud.
Hey, the fucking cheers and goodbye to 2018. Let's hope 2019.
Wow,
rocks for
2018,
everybody,
bro.
huh?
Fuck you, 2018. I'm ready to hear new
2019.
music by Experiment Perilous in 2019.
That's why 2020 was fucked. We didn't have Ever
Is that
Transylvania on the stage to go into.
That's what it was.
Oh, okay.
You know what? We need to get that motherfucker back in here, bro.
It needs to clean
Edward
everything.
Transylvania, if you're listening, please, brother.
If he is, he'd probably come right now.
Come cleanse the spirits.
Grab his drink, you fucking bitch.
Fuck you, nigga.
The song's called
You owe me
Burning.
like 15 grand on my I'm so eloquent. I'm so very eloquent.
You're strange girl, thinking that you need me. It's a dangerous game that you're playing, little darling. I'll confuse you, use you, maybe love you till you're broken, yeah. It's a disease in the need of plastic and pain, and never to regret the pleasurable pain you won't forget. My darling girl, my darling girl, my darling girl, you pretty little thing. Words dry out at red wine's escapades, a silent kiss, a deep in twilight shade. Broken words in my drunken slur, a bewitching voice I know to be her, a smile drawn of dark delight, and passion flowing all through the night, through the night. It's a disease in the need of plastic and pain, and never to regret the pleasurable pain you won't forget. My darling girl, my darling girl, my darling girl, you pretty little thing. Now all I want is for her to be mine. A picture with some pain, my sweet little one. This noble ambition cannot be undone. This foolish toil recoils in shame. My fallen heaven and all its pain. And turns a hell I know too well. I know too well. I know too well. It's a disease and the need of plastic and fate, and never to regret the pleasurable pain you won't forget. My darling girl, my darling girl, my darling girl, you pretty little thing, 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 you
He just deep throated that microphone.
That's all Jose wanted to see that video
He's notorious for like doing that. Yeah, for
doesn't even know how many people have been on that mic. But
He really did. He didn't ask. He definitely has corona now. Like
that's why he took that Jack Daniels. He wanted to coat that
kill
shit.
that fucking shit.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Edward Transylvania, for that amazing performance to close out 2018 to ring in 2019. And you're right, we didn't have that for 2020, and look what happened.
Yeah. We need to get it back on.
Or maybe that's where it started. You know, you never know. That's maybe COVID started from that fucking him mouthing, fucking blowing the fucking mic. You know?
By the way, I want to
could be.
say thank you to the Pigs Radio universe, the Pigsniverse, Sarah and Liz, Vampire Mermaid. I see you out there. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I want to thank you guys again for coming down, taking time out of your Sunday every week in
Hell
and
yeah.
out, coming in and showing me that you guys are fucking disgusting pigs, and I couldn't be more proud to be next to some fucking marranos like you guys. So
yeah.
Well, let me say this. Thank you for exactly.
He's been saving that shit.
So let me thank you for doing this, because this to me for I don't even that aside, homeboy, you know, so you gotta cuddle them. You gotta cuddle them. But this became my safe haven when I needed a refuge. You know what I mean? When I was going through some bad times, it's like you invited me over, and I make the funny excuse if I come here for the beer, but I actually do come here for the companionship. I come here for and you mentioned it earlier. It gives you a place to open your voice. You know
Absolutely.
what I mean? To voice your opinions and your feelings and your sentiments. So. That's what I see this as.
You could always call me and I'll come give you a hug.
Nah, fool, because
It's not the same.
you roll up on some big ass truck, and I'm afraid you're gonna scratch up some cars on my fucking block. So
Hey, that's fine.
You'll have to check with my neighbor's insurance, but I mean that's what I see this as. It's like I told you this story, and you were here when it happened. When I got my divorce, the moment that I asked my wife for a divorce, I was here like right after that. I came here because I needed some kind of refuge and some kind of solace from what I was going through. You know what I mean? So it's like I haven't stopped coming because this is my happy place. And that's thanks to you, Mario, for creating this environment. I mean, obviously you didn't create it for me, but I feel that it's for me. You know what I mean? That's why I'm still here.
Yes, absolutely.
And that was the thing with Pigs. I wanted to create something, and once again, being a big fan of K-Rock and listening to Kevin and Bean for so many years in and out, and knowing that whenever I tuned into them, I felt like I was there in the room listening to a conversation. And not that I wanted this show to be anything like that, but what I wanted was a place for certain people to find something that, I'm not saying helps, but it just... like you said, a safe haven, a safe spot, something that you can go where a blue-collar Joe, who's just a regular fucking dude, putting in some time, can talk to some people, smoke a little weed, drink a little drink, and have a good time. And
couple of líneas.
Whatever it takes.
Saca la bolsita.
That's right. Drop the bomb, fool.
Drop the bomb.
Saca la bolsita.
Yeah, dude, like Jose was saying, like this is...
All of a sudden, you want to agree too, huh?
No,
You're trying to clown on my bitch ass, but all of a sudden, you know what? You're right, fool.
Yeah, you're right, dog. You're right.
You hit my feels.
I just want to say cheers to Pigs Radio. Cheers to Mario. Happy birthday. And the Lycans dance. I know it was yesterday, but we are on today now. But yeah, man.
Happy belated birthday.
Hey, get in on this, Zack.
I'll get this unopened.
Cheers, and hopefully...
Don't drink from it, though.
More of this pig stuff to come, and...
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys.
Good times.
Let's do another fucking 10 years, and hopefully in 10 years we have this. Hopefully by then we have version fucking whatever. And
5.0.
We have an awesome fucking
But by then you
monstrous
got to
fucking-
make like a wheelchair ramp for me and shit so I can wheel myself in. You know
Why
what I mean?
are you think in 5 years you're going to be in a fucking wheelchair? Another
You
10
never
years?
know. You never know.
We'll just tape you to the wall.
Do that.
Give him a wedge, you just hang
Like
him.
I told my daughter when I die, it's like I want her to spread my ashes and shit, but I'm gonna tell her to chop off my nuts and bring those ashes here and put them on the table.
We'll have you in a jar and on top right here.
Pickle them and just put them right there.
I will hang you up next to the blood that they shed from the stapling you did on the Fearless Endless or
Pain Endless?
There you go,
There you
ass. I want to thank the Pigsniverse for once again supporting. Either you like us, you hate us,
All
you
y'all
love us, in between everything.
All three of y'all motherfuckers.
Everybody who's just, one way pigs have either touched you or you touched us. So either way, it's been fucking fun.
Yeah, one of them out there has touched me.
Yeah.
All right, fool, let's go.
It was Angel Stardust. On that note, pigs out.
And now, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, yo, DJ, stop the music! Countdown! 5, 4, 3.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
Thanks, everybody.
4, 3.
We'll see you next year. Okay, everybody.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. Fuck you, I'm out.
This show may cause birth defects and/or cancer. Void where prohibited in the Southern Red States. Official sponsor of the Special Olympics. Not really. 2% financing available for nothing. See your official Toyota dealer for recall as penalty for not buying American. This show may cause massive amounts of marijuana consumption. This show has been a joint venture of cockballs and ass. Free salad tossing available upon request. Visit RobertReese.com. Sexual relations among cousins is not incest.
Thank you.
That will conclude this evening's entertainment.